right. There we go. There we go. As y'all see, but y'all don't do nothing. As y'all see, this is the lineup I'm rocking with. It's the lineup I'm rocking with. So I want to go DLC. Scotty, $100. Scotty, Batman, Invisible, Paul George, Darth Vader, LeBron, Tim Duncan, Darth Vader, Nikola Jokic, Darth Vader, Brandon Roy. 100 overall. Willis Reed. 100 overall. Bam out of bio. Dirk Matter. Danny Williams. No. Where we go? Man. Month overall. 100 overall. What this thing? Danny Williams. Dark Matter. Brandon Miller. And then Dirk Matter, run over. Yo chat. Bet. You're gonna get ready. First game, ready. Let's go, man. You getting a dub here, chat, bro.
Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge.
Board at 90. What we gonna get this, dog?
Here we go.
And here is Simmons. Outside Korver.
Defense here.
Simmons left side. Screen by Bull. A fader. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
That's what you want to see from Simmons, being aggressive and looking for his own shot.
To the inside. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the home team. Here's Duncan. Oh, Worthy with the block. Duncan scanning the floor. And a wide open look for James. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist.
Oh, you gotta run LeBron off the ball there.
And the call will be against Scottie Pippen. That is his first foul of the game. Tipped away. Stolen by Pippen. George with the ball. Now defended by Korver. Back to LeBron. Fires the three. And Bull pulls it down.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Simmons can't get it to go. The amazing Nikola Jokic, Dan. How fun is this guy for us to watch every time we do it?
Yeah, he's such an interesting guy, Kevin. He's got so many skills, and he's led the league in touches, but he's near the bottom in how long the ball sticks in his hand. Constantly making quick decisions and passes. This guy is really like watching the best we've ever seen.
I would agree. And what a quality to know where to go with the ball when the pressure arrives. Pippen with the bucket.
Practically automatic shot there by Pippen. He knows he just needs the ball, and then he is good to go.
LeBron with it. Outguarded by Simmons.
Knock down. LeBron!
Over the rim and in. LeBron's got his second bucket.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now James, after Ben Simmons' three-pointer that didn't go.
Ooh, the one-hand tomahawk, guys. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Now they got the entire bench up right there as they saw that out of their chairs.
Into the lineup for Omaha, number 7, Brandon Roy.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Pippen with a wide-open look. Drills the three-pointer.
And after that possession, I think he gave up. So that's enough for us. On the game too.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Game 2.
Who's gonna topple a king? Go for the least and go for it. Don't miss or your campaign is over. So long as you say sayonara. Who's gonna topple a king?
And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Along with Grant Hill and Brent Berry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson.
This is gonna be a long fucking game, man.
Here we go. And here's Albuquerque now. Pass to Yao. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Wasting no time getting points on the scoreboard in this one.
Here's Pippen. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Ingram on the wing. Over James. The shot by Ingram, no good.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Throws it up high. Jokic with it. Oh, another miss by Jokic. Fast break, here we go. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Drives to the hoop. The three, James. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
When LeBron's shooting like that, nothing you can do defensively.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And
that's good. His first bucket of the game.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Graham.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
SGA from way out there, knocking down the three.
Here's Pippen. Now with the rebound. Takes a step back. Pass to George. There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter here.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Duncan. George outside. 6 to shoot. James outside. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. James has got 6.
This has been proven. It's a scientific fact, and it's hard to stop LeBron James. Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander knocks it down from distance. Give him 8 points now.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Omaha shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Shooting for the away team.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Now, you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Pass to Robinson. And the 3 off target. George with it. Now guarded by Brown. Here's Pippen. Gets it to go. That makes it 2 for 3 in this game.
Recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
It's picked off. James, left side. To the left side wing. Adebayo, long range. And the three-pointer goes. Good scoring in this one as we...
Another opponent. He's going. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. There's 2. There's 2. Game 3. Game 3. Game 3. And even 20 minutes into the stream, I make 2 niggas quick. Go, man. Come on, man.
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and 2 Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge.
My team better. Let's get this shit on the road, man.
Here we go.
And so off the tip, it's Albuquerque. Ginobili right side.
Defense, what you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it?
6 to shoot. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
Rebound by Albuquerque. Paul George with the steal. Outside for Pippen.
Got it.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
practically automatic shot there by Pippen. He knows he just needs the ball, and then he is good to go.
Now, here is
No
Bird.
leader. Good now,
And
Scotty.
he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pippen feeling it out a bit.
Come on, Scotty!
Gets the turnaround.
With the
Pippen's
turnaround,
got
baby!
5.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches. That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Here's George. Following the basket by Bam Adebayo.
We call that money from the mid-range. PG doing his thing in the sweet spot.
Now here's Ginobili. A wide open look for Bird. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Deep two from Pippen. And it's Omaha with another.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Pass to Adebayo. Albuquerque needs to get a shot off. Shot clock at 2. Ginobili. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Down low. Outside for George. A minute 20 left in the first quarter of the game. And it's Omaha with another.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
Ginobili looking around.
Get in his ear.
Pass to Bird.
Here. Get in his ear.
Fires from deep. And again Albuquerque with the triple.
This is just what Bird does. He makes shooting from range look easy.
Here's Pippen. Here's Duncan. Outside, George. Pippen outside. Goes up the baseline. Rebound by Albuquerque. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Bird right side. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. Back to Bird. Great D that time from Duncan.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Omaha on top, up 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Omaha?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Now here's LeBron. No scoring in this one. Takes the 3. A nice shot by Reed. Reed's got the lead up to 4 now for Omaha.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league. Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
Here's Roy. After the made shot from Evan Turner. Roy goes in, makes it off the glass.
And once Roy takes that first step, the defense knows trouble is on the way, and then he's just able to slice right through them.
Kicks it out to James. Outside Gasol. Another shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Gasol is just so crafty, a magician, if you will, with the ball, and incredible at using his pump fake to earn that trip to the stripe.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Omaha calls timeout. Here's Rose. Still yet to score. And it's Adebayo in the corner. Shoots a fader.
From about the extent of Adebayo's range, just far enough to keep the D honest.
Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin Van's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
And Brandon Roy with the slam.
Man, Roy getting flopped.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. It's tipped. They retain possession. And stolen by Miller. And Gasol sends it back.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection.
And Albuquerque making a change here. Now, here's Adebayo. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul.
Second team foul. Checking in for the away team, number 16.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And the wide open shot from Ginobili. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Omaha leading by 4. Rose attacking. Miller outside. Connects from three-point range.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Got his first 3 points in the game.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
Block, man. That's 2. Man, boy, y'all can't be quitting on a nigga. Don't quit on a nigga. Don't quit on a nigga.
So I jumped on a private jet and I'm asking a pilot the ETA. Lambo parked on a landing.
Don't quit on a nigga.
My DJ paid. Where's my man talking about inshallah? These times he don't even pray. Where's my man?
Let's go, man. Game 4.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Who we got? Yeah. Lots. Real. Nobody as good as real life. I mean, all these other people are trash. Terrible.
Here we go.
So Omaha will get the first possession. Pippen feeling it out a bit. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Back to Duncan. Pass to Jokic. Omaha moving the ball around. Duncan with the
ball moving, man. Let's get the ball moving.
See this from Duncan.
Get here.
He had to really like the shot.
There's Russell with the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Reigns.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And here's the fast break. Here's Dang.
Brown got legendary.
How about the read there from Elijah Wan, finding the open man.
Pippen outside. No good on the three. Outside, Avdia. And out of bounds as Omaha gains possession. Brent, with Avdia, there's a versatility to his game that not many players can claim.
Yeah, Kevin, it's a great point. He does things on both ends. Sometimes defensively it goes unnoticed, but this guy can play a lot of different positions and is very skilled. He contributes in a lot of ways to his team.
Pass to Duncan. 5 to shoot. Back to Pippen. Fires the three. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
That's gay, bro.
Here's Russell. Lets it go with the three. Omaha with the rebound.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Wait a minute. Jokic has got some vertical too? Wow.
Here is Russell. Omaha making their last shot. Anchorage again can't hit. Pass to George. Can't connect from short range. 1:37 left to play in the first quarter. Olajuwon, good.
And that's just too deep. Olajuwon with way too many moves in there, almost automatic.
Jokic a screen. Inside. It's stolen by Olajuwon. And here we go. Anchorage fast break.
Give me that shit!
Rejection by
Fucking
James.
Bros.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. 1:11 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Olajuwon. He goes up again. And it's good on the way in. Olajuwon's got his second bucket.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Ron right side. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pippen with the wide open look. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Nice play, George, creating for others, just manufacturing some points.
Take your time, Jack.
17 seconds left in the first quarter. Avdia off target with his three.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession.
Yo, get that fucking joker, nigga!
Into 1 quarter of play. Still a close game. Omaha
Let's go, man.
leads by 3. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
What a buzzer beater, bro. That's joker for you.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Omaha?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
Oh, I need a lot of hard game.
Anchorage trails by 3. The drive by Bogut. Drops in the layup for 2. Bogut's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Anchorage. Rose surveying the D. Pass to Reed. Connects on the foul line jumper. Reed's got the lead up to 3 now for Omaha.
Loving the confidence, just rise and be free, and you know you can do this.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself. It allows him to shoot and shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there.
Outside for Roy. Let's go. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Brandon Roy.
And Rose, an explosive scorer, but he's always been a very capable passer at the point.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Outside Roy. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper.
They trust Roy at the arc because he's pretty selective. He takes the shots he believes he can make.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. That's good from Roy. Omaha making a switch here. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And there's the call on James.
Come on.
That is his first foul of the game.
Clearly, he had an established position there.
Worthy the screen. Here's Bogut. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts. Omaha calls timeout.
Substitution for Anchorage.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Harper. To the paint. Outside for Roy. Shot clock at 3. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Robertson. And the bucket is good. Play chance here for him. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Anchorage.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooters.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers. They're capitalizing on them.
A minute 42 left here in the second. Pass to Reed. And again, no good by Omaha. And Anchorage with possession. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Here's Roy. With the drive. The kick out to Dang. Here's the screen. Here is Sigma. Reed covering. Count the basket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Roy. Outside Harper. Over Robertson. And again, no good by Omaha.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
To the inside. Back to Roy. Money from the wing. Roy's got 4 points this quarter.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by Anchorage.
On the wing, Brandon Roy. Back to Abdia. Kicks it out to Robertson. Shoots over Harper. Omaha with the rebound. Down the shot, and now a 3-point chance as he'll head to the line.
Just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Omaha shooting their first foul shot of the game. Here's Russell. He got it up. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
Come on, man.
Out in front,
Come
leading
on, man.
by just one. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so here's Anchorage. They lead by one. From past the arc. They set the screen for the three. Again, Russell missing.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise, the
Bro,
mindset is
holy
gotta
shit.
get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Holy
as Omaha
shit,
gains possession.
What the fuck?
And here's Pippen. And there's the drive. Screen by Duncan. And that one's good by Pippen. Pippen's got the first field goal of the second half for Omaha. Russell with it. And it's Miller picking him up. A three ball. Anchorage again can't hit. They get a hand on it. And stolen by Elijah Wan. Here's Russell with the three.
Bro, come on, right there.
Russell's got 6 points.
Guys,
Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Omaha calls timeout. And Anchorage making a change here. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Pippen outside. Goes up on the wing. And Hakeem Olajuwon pulls it down. Here's Roy. And a lot of guys have done that one, so he'll shoot two here.
A willingness to get physical. Roy takes the hit and still gets off the shot.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. Both good from the line that time.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's George. Roy with the rebound. Anchorage leading by 3. Right block shot. Nice D from Duncan. And so James will bring it up for Omaha to the left side wing. Jokic. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. That's 7 points for Jokic.
Nice stroke on the quick shot by Jokic. Not giving the defense any chance to come over and disrupt.
Here's Duncan. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. 5 points in the game. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
And at 7 feet tall, Bogut, an absolute threat to finish above the rim.
When he's got that kind of position. And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
For Omaha, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. There's Russell with the 3. They grab their own miss. Here. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. The rebound by James.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
And PG just springing to the rim.
Keep this shit up, man.
There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Out to Russell. There's the pick. Lets it go from deep. Good on the three-point shot. Russell's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Anchorage. Pass to Pippen. Back to Jokic. Jokic finds his way to finish inside.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of three. Omaha leads by 3. And do not go away as we'll be back in just a few moments at the start of our fourth quarter. Coming up next.
Get this dub. I think we can get this dub. So let's go, man.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball.
Let's go, man. We're going to focus. We're going to turn the fuck down. Let's keep this pressure intensity. Let's make sure we keep this W's on it. Oh, you feel me?
Omaha leading by 3. Outside Rose. Slams it down right on top of Denny Avdia.
And Rose is so dangerous coming off the pick. All he needs is a half step, and he can do the rest.
George with the ball. Guarded now by Duncan. And George hits the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Here's Rose. Sweet move. Second chance shot. And he sinks the layup.
This your quarter.
And
Rose, this your
Omaha
quarter.
leads by 7.
Rose, this your
And you
quarter.
love to see Rose aggressively looking to score on the inside.
Here's Avdia. 3 off the mark. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
The shot by Robertson, no good.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime,
we call it a timeout.
it's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Omaha calls timeout. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup and for the players. This is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He told his players, I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Smith for 3. Knocks it loose.
Yeah, good job. Just staying alert there, snatching up that long rebound.
First personal foul.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Omaha.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities.
Anchorage trails by 14. And the call will be against Scottie Pippen. That's his first foul. And so here's Anchorage. Here's Sigma.
Jokic showing off the defensive work there. Outstanding at staying in the face of his man.
Pass to LeBron.
Reverse. That's the
and the layup is up and in.
And it was going back and forth there for a while, but now starting to just stretch out that lead a bit. They're definitely looking like the better team.
He does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
George, tipping the ball, nigga. Catch that bitch.
And Anchorage with possession. Smith with a wide open look. And again, Anchorage with the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line. When the player gets a feel for that floater, you can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Smith, no good. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Omaha. It's a 14-point game. George looking around. And it's sent back by George.
Known as a tough defender, George, so good at reading shooters and getting to those shot attempts.
Shot clock at 5. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. First one falls for him.
Another job, man.
So Duncan nails them both.
I know that shot looks like a bit of a line drive, but Timmy's pretty consistent from the free throw strike.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. There's a screen. And here's Adebayo outside. Along with the rebound.
Anchorage foul. First personal foul. Third team foul.
And the first one drops.
At the line for Omaha, Lonzo Ball.
Ball hits them both.
Everybody can't get together. That's all I'm happy about, man. Another one in a book.
And so it's Omaha winning this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. The way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it. That's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.
Round out our broadcast crew for this one.
Holy shit. This boy got a team on him, Chad.
Go. And Omaha with possession here. Here's Duncan. And it's blocked by Davis.
No chance. Davis, just too much to handle on the defensive side.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Davis.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Here's Pippen. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, the players will say, mouse in the house. Great job to use his size to expose the smaller defender inside.
Here's George. Pass to Pippen. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. And Wembanyama has the ball here for Albuquerque. Irving for three. Gets the three ball to go.
A huge part of Kyrie's game. He's so good at capitalizing from outside.
George, left side. Duncan, no good.
I thought he smacked the ball.
Great box out. Walled him off and hauled it in.
George, no good. And coach, such a unique player, multiple-time MVP Nikola Jokic. How do you defend this guy?
Well, Brian, if I knew that, everybody in the league would be trying to hire me because no one has found an answer for Nikola Jokic. He can just beat you in so many ways. If you're going to double team him, he's going to create wide open shots and even layups for his teammates. If you're going to leave him single covered, he's going to score. There's nothing this guy can't do on a basketball court.
And yep, it's good.
Such a pure score. If George finds his shot, it's almost as good as in.
Here's James. Stolen by Davis. And here's George. Wembanyama screen. George with it, and Jokic picks him up defensively. Clock is at 3. From deep, Wembanyama. Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible.
You're usually not a huge presence on the offensive glass.
Oh, come on, man.
In transition. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Sometimes it's impossible trying to contain LeBron. Have to settle for fouling him and hope that he misses.
Both free throws good from James.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Outside Wembanyama. Lets it go from deep. Omaha pulls it in. It's George on the wing. And the jam by George.
I like when Paul looks to score inside because he's more than capable of dunking it through.
George for 3. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Here's Roy. And he buries his first
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Here's Pippen. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Pass to Roy. Lots of room. That one drops for him.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
I like when Paul looks to score inside because he's more than capable of dunking it through.
Here's Jokic. No good there, off the double clutch.
Big margin of error right there. Yeah, have to work for a better shot.
There's the horn, and it's a close game at the end of one. Stay with us now as we get set. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And from what we've seen from Omaha, what's your take so far?
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
All right, and now you want to see them sustain this relentlessness for the entire game because it's clearly paying off.
Here's Irving. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Irving's got 5 points.
And we all know Irving is a talented shooter. If you don't absolutely smother him, he will find shots.
Pass to Adebayo. Lays it up and banks it in.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
On offense, here's Albuquerque. A multiple-time All-Star. What aspect of Adebayo's game stand catches your eye nightly?
Well, Brian, I'd say it's not one thing. He's a very complete player. He can rebound, defend, pass, score. This guy does it all.
And by all accounts, a great teammate as well.
That's exactly right.
Knifing to the rim with such power. Watching LeBron on the attack is so much fun.
Irving goes in. Shots blocked. Out to the right wing. And here's Ingram outside. The offensive rebound. Outside Irving. Pass to Weber. And another shot. Adebayo grabs the board.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Now here's Reed. And finished off by Adebayo.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Look at Irving draining a tough shot. Not intimidated at all by the deep range.
Omaha calls timeout.
Yeah, lead. Gold, green, you got a 10, man. No way. That man is no shots without you, bro. Man, it's gonna be tough.
And Omaha with possession here. They trail by 1. To the wing on the left. Adebayo with it. Irving picks him up. And Adebayo slams it in.
What a confident dunk by Adebayo. He knows there's little the defense can do once he's elevated.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And so George will bring it up for Omaha. Pass to Pippen. Poke loose. And they're running. And here's Ingram outside. Omaha pulls it in. Here's the break.
Team foul.
1:07 left in the first half. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Duncan. Lets the 3 fly. Sinks it from distance. Duncan's got 5.
And Adebayo showing another element of his game. Nice vision to set up a bucket. And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Damn! Adebayo coming off the bench!
Rolling around the rim.
Let's go, man. Come on.
A 6-point Omaha lead.
Certainly not the best look, but I admire the confidence to let it fly.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Pippen. Pass to Adebayo. 27 seconds left to the second.
What a menacing swat by Bam, letting them know there are no easy shots when he's around.
Knocks down the triple.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
They get it back with 2 seconds left. Rejected by George. Bam Adebayo has been leading the charge for Omaha. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back after this. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And here's Albuquerque now. 2-point game. Here's Cunningham. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. James, right side. To the right side. Here's Pippen. Pass to Duncan. 5 on the clock. With the teardrop. And here's Jokic. The 3 is up. And Cunningham pulls it down. Cade Cunningham has faced his share of challenges in his career, Coach.
Yeah, Brian. Injuries, the discouraging losses, but he's remained steadfast through it all. He's a committed and mentally tough player.
Believes in his game and now wants a team around him that can fulfill that need. For 3, James hits the trifecta. James has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Omaha calls timeout. Here's George. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. There's a screen. And George with the jam.
And you see the creativity George has. Just comfortable operating in screen and rolls and taking what he sees.
Adebayo from long range. Omaha pulls it in. Over to the wing.
Come on! Hey, miss that shit! Oh!
No good.
Damn it, bro! I can't be missing that shit, man. That bitch supposed to be flat.
Now here's Ingram. He's got 5.
Yeah, just an outstanding defender. George's timing and feel for how to guard guys is a valuable commodity.
Shoots.
Oh my God.
Rebounded by Ingram. Here's Robinson. And that's going to be a travel.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Number 7, Brandon
A
Roy.
minute 58 left in the third. Here's Pippen. Out to the right wing. And here's Jokic outside. He buries it from 3. Jokic has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Adebayo from long range. Buries it from 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Pippen. Pass to James. He gets it in there. James has got 6 points.
That in-between distance is a tough one to master. Not for LeBron, though.
Cunningham. Now Adebayo. Ingram on the wing. Puts it up. Omaha pulls it in.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Here's George. Who retrieves the 19-footer. And now a 5-point Omaha lead.
With how good PG-13's jumper is, that is an easy make.
Counted from distance.
Can't give those openings defensively. He'll just keep exploiting them.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. George scanning the floor. Pass to James. Clipchamp gets the bucket inside.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
And James puts up a deep and it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Make no mistake, that's a big-time three. They've narrowed this lead.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Omaha with the ball. They lead by 1. Picked by Reed. Here's George. He takes it in.
Gotta like the momentum on George's drive. Cutting into the defense and clearing himself a path.
Outside Irving. It's good.
Like, how is he getting through me, bro? Well, chat, look. That's enough for today, man. That's another dub. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Peace.